Welcome back. We are here with spouses number 37, 36, and 35. That was not the order I wanted to say those, but here we are. Um, so we are here with the Vampire Black Widow challenge, the different things we are working on. I'm taking away her sadness because she killed them. She's not sad about it. So we're just checking out when birthdays are too. Tomorrow is when Frederick becomes an adult, a young adult. So that is really, exciting, but also scary for us. And also, all of my Sims are wearing those CC shoes in their swimwear, so I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do about that. I tried to blacklist them, but it looks like you can only blacklist um, per Sim, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. I'm just gonna accept it. And um, what else? We are working on Frederick's aspiration to do all the music stuff. He is currently writing songs. He needs to write 4 songs. He did already license one of them, so hopefully we'll be able to make good money from that because he needs to make 500 simoleons. Then I'm just checking out, scoping out the situation down there. But we also have Maddie who is working on an art aspiration, so she needs to create, um, I think she's on creating 5 masterpieces, but she also needs to get to level 10 of the painting skill. So anyway, we are here in our next household, which is our first Oasis Springs household. I'm really, really excited about that. And we're just checking out these Sims. There are 2 children in this household, but only one of them has a parent in the household. The blonde child, both of her parents are already dead. So um, that's really too sad for her. But anyway, we are going to start with a Sim that does not have children. So this is also kind of making Frederick and Callie realize that their time is starting to come to a close. I mean, if we want to get 2 more children into this household, someone's got to go. So that is definitely something that is weighing heavy on them, but we'll get to that later. So right now we just have Luna getting to know Lila here and then starting to get flirty with her. We can't use the easel until Maddie is done with it anyway, so we're just going to continue on here. We are having him catch us in the act. So here we go. I don't even remember his name. I think it's like Clay. Clay. I think it's Clay. So we have had Clay catch us with Lila, and we are going to continue to romance her and then get her picture on the easel. Of course, she has to go to work, so she's going to try to leave us, and then we're going to stop her, and that's going to be fine. So then we are going to get her picture. We still need to schmooze her a little bit more in order to, for me to be comfortable killing Clay. Nope, turn around, Layla. Turn around. Come home. Okay, we are going to put her in her everyday wear and put her in this chair. Those pants clip on like every single sim. Anyway, it's fine. We are going to continue to do this. We are going to continue to flirt with her. It looks like their romance is up pretty high now, so I'm not really worried about that. We also have Aaliyah, who needs to get her logic up in order to advance in the writing career. So she's working on that currently. Luna is doing the portrait, and Frederick is writing music. So actually, it was a real bummer because writing music is so annoying. Like, you write music for like 12 sim hours in order to get one song, and you can't pick up where you left off. So if you like walk away, or like what we did, we went to another lot and then you come back, they have to start over from the beginning. And then your Sims have needs, obviously. So that's just like really annoying that it works that way. But we are now finished with this, and I had to double check how to spell her last name. So we are now moving on to this last wall in this room, and then we'll go down that hall with portraits, and then we will start into the next kind of chamber area. So that's really exciting. Those are my dogs jangling. Um, and so now we are going to get rid of Clay here. Goodbye, Clay. It was nice knowing you. And then we are going to have a birthday party for Frederick as soon as he's done with this song here. So we have the birthday candles on the cake, and we want to make sure that everything goes smoothly because, Maddie and Aaliyah love him very much and want to make sure that he, gets to celebrate his life as much as possible because he is one day going to pass on. And Maddie and Aaliyah have gotten permission from Luna to let Frederick, continue to live until his old age as long as they continue to kill the children. And, um, it's hard though because Frederick and Callie are currently dating. So they're currently dating and they, want to be together, but they, can't because we're going to need to make room in this household very, very soon. So when we have to do that, someone's going to have to go. It's going to have to be Callie because she's got no one rooting for her besides Frederick, but he doesn't have any power in this household because Luna only cares about what Maddie wants, and Maddie can't really advocate for Callie as well. She can only, she's lucky that Luna let her keep Frederick. So I don't know what happened to this table. I have absolutely no idea why it looks like that now. Anyway, moving on. We are having Maddie paint some pictures. Like I said, she needs to get masterpieces. We're getting married to um, Layla, and Frederick is continuing his piano adventures. So, like I said, we have two kids incoming. We've only got one slot open, so we are going to have to get rid of someone. So, that drama associated with that is going to come soon. But here is Gracie, who is actually Graham's mother. So, we are going to move Gracie and Graham into the household. And she actually just became an elder because you'll remember when we visited her house, she was a young adult, not a young adult, a regular adult. So we are going to take her picture, and then Maddie is going to check on the trees. Graham is very sad, probably because I don't even know actually, because I don't think he knew Clay. But anyway, we are moving on. We are going to try and flirt with Gracie a little bit here. She's just hanging out while we do her portrait. Clay is calling, like, sorry, Clay, actually, you're all dead now. So here we go, getting very flirty with her. And, we can't do anything that requires her to move away from the easel right now. So we're just going to do things like flirting and complimenting appearances. And that was our last song, you guys. So now all he has to do to fulfill his aspiration is to mentor another sim in an instrument. So we're going to have him mentor Callie, of course, because she's his girlfriend. They love each other very much. And Luna is now all alone because she can't do any of the physical interactions until she's finished with this portrait. So we will have Frederick working on his mentoring, Luna working on her painting. I think Maddie was working on a painting last time I checked as well. So that is what is going on there. Yep, okay, Maddie finished her painting. It was not a masterpiece. I don't know how we're going to get her to make a masterpiece. She's not doing very well, but I guess she has all of eternity. Well, no, she doesn't because she only has until Luna kills everybody else. Unless, of course, Luna, had another child that also had her eyes, then Maddie's position might be in danger. We'll have to see. But Frederick did complete his aspiration, so he is going to be able to buy a money tree. And then we can't plant it because it's too cold out right now to plant, but I am going to quickly change the weather so that we can plant it. Here we go. I did want him to plant his own money tree. I thought that would be nice. So he's going to do that, and these two are going to get caught cheating. Sorry, Layla. We are here with Gracie. So they are going to continue to get romantic, and Callie and Frederick are also getting romantic. So Callie and Frederick kind of have to decide what they're going to do. And Frederick is saying, like, as soon as he gets up out of bed, he's saying, like, I don't want to live without you. Like, maybe I could take your place. Maybe you could keep living. And Kelly says, no, that's not going to happen because I'm a vampire. So they're not going to let me, die a natural death. I'd have to be cured. It'd be this whole thing. And your moms would never allow it. And it's just this whole thing where Frederick and Callie are trying to figure out what they could possibly do in order to make sure that, they could be together. And it's just really not possible with the current climate of what is going on here. So then, you know, Maddie and Aaliyah are kind of talking to them and saying, you know, Callie's time is coming. You need to be prepared because we can't bring another child into this household. And it's just really too bad for them. Maddie did finish another painting, so we're going to do that. And here we go. She's in the shower. I wanted her to be inspired. I heard if you got inspired, maybe you'd make a masterpiece, but we're really not sure right now. So these two are just hanging out, dancing, trying to enjoy the final days that they have together. They're kind of resigning themselves to the fact that there's going to be death in their relationship very soon. And Luna is coming down with Gracie to get rid of her, so there's death there. Not Gracie. Wait, yeah, no, Layla is next. Also, Gracie is very uncomfortable, which is nerve-wracking for an elder. So, we're actually going to get rid of Layla. Sorry, Gracie came after Layla, so we are going to do that and then move her urn. And then, I think that Frederick and Callie have decided what they're going to do. So Frederick is just kind of having a heart to heart with his mom, and he's just, giving her a hug and saying, like, I love you. And, you know, things are tough right now, but they'll get better. And you and mom, um, will always have each other. And I want that for myself too. But it's kind of like a vague conversation. So anyway, here comes the part where I have a hard time because my Sims don't want to listen to what I'm telling them to do. So Frederick and Callie have actually decided to do like a Romeo and Juliet thing. So instead of Frederick living his old age and natural life without her, he is going to go with her. So he hasn't told his parents about this. Nobody knows what's going on. So they come outside and, they say goodbye to each other, give each other a kiss, and then what they do is Callie first kills Frederick. I was hoping for like a more romantic way to die, but okay. There aren't really very many options here. So, yeah, and she just doesn't want to go where I tell her to go. But anyway, we're saying goodbye to Frederick. So Callie says goodbye to Frederick. She kills him, and then she goes outside and she sits there. And she's a vampire, if you'll remember. So she's just going to sit outside and burn until she's gone. So it's very sad. They've decided to do this Romeo and Juliet thing. They're both going, and Frederick's parents, Maddie and Aaliyah, are very sad. They're so upset about this. Like they really thought they were going to be able to be with Frederick. Aaliyah didn't think that she was going to outlive Frederick. But it's the way it goes in a place like this. So it's really tough for them because this is not a happy place. There's no happily ever after. Everyone is eventually going to die. So they have decided to be with each other, and that's their decision to make. So we are also going to say goodbye to Aaliyah, and we're going to invite over Kaylee, who is the last member of that household. We're going to invite over her and also move in the parentless child while we're at it. So everyone is going outside to cry over Kaylee's body that's just not going away. The Grim Reaper is stuck behind the wishing well. So now we have more room in the household for other people, other children, and Maddie and Aaliyah have decided that they're not going to adopt any more children, not with each other anyway. Maybe like in a few centuries when Maddie has been alone for a while, she will start up a family again, but for right now, they've decided that after the death of their son, they're just going to, you know, just have each other for now. And Maddie is going to have to accept that. So that's what's going on. We are doing a photo of Kaylee, and then we are also doing our urn thing. So we have released Frederick's spirit, and we are now putting his urn up on the shelf. And we have our first urn in Maddie's children's case there. So Aaliyah and Maddie are very upset, of course, and it's very hard for them. You can see Aaliyah is heartbroken over the death of her son, even though he wasn't their child to begin with. But I mean, he came to them as a toddler, so he's all like they're the only parents he's known. So we are going, I was just looking for a way, like, is there any way that I can, um, get Maddie more likely to get a masterpiece? But we have completed our painting here of Kaylee, which is spelled interestingly. And then I don't know what's wrong with my table. So here we go. She is going to start flirting with Kaylee, and then we are going to have to get them caught, as they continue to progress in this relationship here. Everyone in this household is sad. I mean, poor Frederick, felt like they had no other choice if they wanted to be together. So, I mean, Luna didn't really care about Frederick. Like, she just let him live because Maddie wanted him. So, here they are getting caught by Gracie. Also, it's James almost is becoming a teen here, so I'm just going to make her a teen. And then, um, Maddie is just sitting around very sad about her son. Aaliyah is also very sad. Also, it's Aaliyah's birthday, and she doesn't even want to celebrate. She just, she said, I don't even want to have a cake or anything. I'm just going to age up on my own. I'm just going to get into bed and cry. She just doesn't want, she's too depressed right now. So we are bringing Gracie down to the basement. And, it's a big loss for the family. So it's a lot to take in, but it's something that was always coming in one way or another. So, it's just something that they have to learn to accept. And Maddie is going to paint the portrait of James, who we are also going to kill in this part as well. There are some children in the next household, so we just really don't have room to be keeping all sorts of children. Here we go. We only have 2 more portraits, I think, for that wall as well, which is really exciting. I can't wait to move into the next room. And so Luna agreed to kill James. Usually that's Maddie's job, but because of what's happened with Frederick, Luna was like, okay, I'll do it for you this time. If you want to keep Aaliyah, you have to keep doing it yourself. But because of what just happened, I'll let um, I'll let you get off the hook here. So I'm just selling their inventories and, setting up the urns, releasing the spirits, engraving them. She's just stuck there, so I have to reset her. But, Maddie and Aaliyah are just hanging out down there, really talking to each other about how, they're all done having kids for right now. I mean, Maddie is. Aaliyah's said she's never having kids again, and Aaliyah um, is going to have a birthday soon. So she's just going to age up on her own, and that's actually I think actually she's becoming an elder. So Aaliyah isn't going to be around much longer either. It's all very morbid. But here we are in screenshots, Frederick and Callie playing the piano together, making their decision together. And, so we're saying goodbye to them and also the 3 spouses and the 1 other child that we had in this part. So with that said, we will continue in the next one and I'll catch you guys then.